At number 10, the Subaru Forester. The Subaru's track record for safety is part of the reason why families choose Subaru SUVs. Subaru has also maintained its reputation for having long-lasting vehicles, and so that makes it an attractive buy to people wanting to hit the road for their next adventure. Over 175,000 Subaru Forester SUVs were sold last year. At number 9, the Ford Escape. The Ford Escape received a major redesign in 2020. It was the first complete redesign of the Escape since the 2013 model. It now looks much different than the bland Escapes of the past. It also now has more standard driver assistance features. This is the second Ford SUV to make the list. 178,496 Escapes were sold last year. It'll be interesting to see how the arrival of the Bronco impacts sales figures for Ford's other SUVs this coming year. At number 8, the Jeep Wrangler. The Wrangler is the iconic off-roader we all know and love. It holds its value remarkably well over time, and so that makes it a great buy, in addition to the fact that you can hit the trails in style whenever you want with your Wrangler. About 200,000 Jeep Wranglers were sold last year. At number 7, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep earned the 7th and 8th spots on this list. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is known for being adventurous, but its interior is more comfortable than the Wrangler, and it makes it for a great fit for families. I used to own one. Its standard V6 has more than enough juice for your daily driving needs, but there's also a trio of brawny V8 engines for even more power. You have lots of versatility with the various trim options as well. Just under 210,000 Jeep Grand Cherokees were sold in 2020. At number 6, the Toyota Highlander. The Highlander is a 3-row SUV, and so it gives families more room and versatility over the 2-row RAV4. 212,276 Highlander SUVs were sold last year. At number 5, the Ford Explorer. 226,217 Explorers were sold last year. The Explorer is known for being a great family vehicle. It has the power, versatility, cargo space, and capability families are looking for. It will be interesting to see how the Explorer performs in 2021, considering the addition of the Bronco to the Ford's SUV lineup. At number 4, the Nissan Rogue. It just got a major redesign for 2021, and it was the 4th best-selling SUV in 2020. 227,935 Nissan Rogue SUVs were sold. It'll be interesting to see how the redesigned Rogue performs this year. At number 3, the Chevy Equinox. It's a vehicle many people know well. It entered the market back in 2005 and has gone through several transformations since. It continues to look edgier with time. While it competes in a crowded space against the likes of the Honda CR-V, which outperformed it last year in sales, the Equinox has a lot to like about it. It gets good fuel economy, offers a smooth ride, and has easy-to-use infotainment. More than 270,000 Equinoxes were sold last year. At number 2, the Honda CR-V. Maybe small, but it sure does a lot of things right. Its rear seat is spacious, it offers solid cargo space, and drives and rides well. It sold 333,502 last year, helping the brand claim the second spot on the list of the best-selling SUVs in 2020. At number 1, the Toyota RAV4. More than 430,000 RAV4s were sold last year, making it the best-selling SUV in 2020. The RAV4 is bound for more success in 2021. There's the gasoline, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid models to choose from. The new plug-in hybrid RAV4 Prime is the most powerful RAV4, by the way, offering a total of 302 horsepower between its gas engine and electric motors. It also offers 42 miles of electric-only range, which is nice to have. So these are the cars, trucks, and SUVs owners get rid of most within the first year. I hope your car is not on this list. Beginning with the Nissan Titan XD, owners have noted that the ride is less refined than trucks offered by Ford, Chevy, and Ram, but it does offer really comfortable zero-gravity front seats, if that's important. Unfortunately, 7.9% of buyers said no thanks within 12 months. The G-Class or G-Wagon from Mercedes is next. 416 horsepower from a twin-turbo V8 and a starting price of $124,000. That probably says enough, right? Too much for 8.1% of buyers who got rid of it within the first year. The Nissan Rogue Sport isn't as sporty for some people, although it makes for a great everyday driving SUV. 8.1% of buyers said, see you later, within the first 12 months. The GLA from Mercedes is one of the most distinctive crossovers on the market today, but many owners complained of cramped back seats, overly harsh ride, and a small cargo area. It does have a decent fuel economy, 34 on the highway. Problem is, owners are questioning their purchase, so much so that 8.5% of them said, I'll return it after a year. The Porsche Cayenne is generally regarded as one of the best luxury SUVs in the market. The downside is the high cost of ownership and maintenance, as you would expect with a luxury vehicle. 8.7% said sayonara within 12 months. The Nissan Versa, affordable, reliable, but basic, probably too basic. Unfortunately, bland styling and bare bones build, missing that fun factor. That's perhaps why 8.7% said no thank you. Jaguar's XF Has style for days, one of the best ride qualities of any four-door sedan, but it suffers from underwhelming performance, minor interior quality issues, and reliability issues, and perhaps the most problematic, the high cost of ownership. 8.8% of buyers found issues with the Jag and sent it home before the first year was over. Nissan's entry-level Note is pretty basic as well. Rivals offer more features, better value, better overall driving experience. I'm sure that's not why you're buying it. Either way, 9% of buyers got rid of it within a year. The BMW X3 is generally a fun crossover to drive despite the luxury, the excellent handling, and the available 355 horsepower turbocharged 6. 9% ditched it after 12 months or so. The X1 from BMW, notice the trend of luxury vehicles here. It's the smallest crossover from BMW, but also one of their best. Drivers report that the little Beamer is loud on the freeway and ride can be jarring over rough roads. You expect that from a smaller vehicle, right? That led 10.4% of buyers to decide that the X1 wasn't good enough to keep around for more than a year. The Clubman is the stretched version of Mini's Cooper hatchback. Poor reviews, high maintenance costs, and a driving experience that doesn't live up to the hype likely influenced 10.7% to say no thank you. The Porsche 911 is an automotive icon, no question about it. Great sports car, one of the most engaging and thrilling driving experiences. However, for some, the 911 isn't all that it's cracked up to be. We got 7.1% of new buyers returned it within the first year of ownership. The Evoque is Land Rover's smallest SUV. It was a big hit when it came out in 2011. High ownership costs, insurance, reliability issues contributed to 10.9% of buyers ditching it after less than a year. Now, the Land Rover Discovery is the model to choose if you plan on spending some time off the beaten path. Still, high maintenance costs, reliability issues are the big issue. 11.8% opted out within 12 months. The BMW 3 Series this time suffers again from high maintenance costs. 11.8% of buyers sent the midsize Beamer packing within the first year of ownership. Despite the upscale appearance and features, the Mercedes-Benz C-Class is the car that is ditched most by owners in the first year. 12.4% of buyers said no more. Maintenance costs, insurance costs, and the highest cost of ownership is likely to do with that high return rate. Odds are your vehicle has a 1% chance of reaching 200,000 miles. Is that disturbing? Does that bother you? If you can get that many miles out of your car, that's a pretty good investment, don't you think? Here are the longest lasting cars to reach 200,000 miles. Maybe yours is on the list. So my friends over at iSeeCars.com did a study and sent it to me this morning, trying to figure out which cars last the longest, which cars best demonstrate longevity and reliability for their drivers. So they analyzed more than or nearly 12 million cars to determine which vehicles are most likely to reach that 200,000 mile mark and beyond. Here are the key findings they discovered. Truck-based SUVs represent the majority of this list that you see here. Toyota's accounted for 6 of the top 10 vehicles, with Land Cruiser and Sequoia dominating the competition. 6th-ranked Avalon is the only sedan to make the list. 8th-ranked Highlander Hybrid is the only crossover on this list. In addition to the overall longest-lasting list, they have a comprehensive study that also examined longest-lasting pickup trucks, analysis by brand, and much more. Once you have a chance to review this, you can see the link below and see if some of these vehicles are something you want to look into in the near future. I guess I'm not surprised to see Land Cruiser and Sequoia and even the Suburban and maybe even the Expedition at the top of the list. Really happy to see the 4Runner because I used to own a 4Runner. The reason why I think these vehicles are on the list is because they're large family haulers, and people who make that kind of investment and have a lot of people to carry around want to keep those vehicles as long as possible. My question to you is, how many miles do you have on your vehicle, and what vehicle do you drive that has that many miles? Is it on this list? Should it be on this list? Leave it in the comment section below and do some bragging about how many miles you put on your car. If you have a Land Cruiser, I'm not surprised. But if you have a Toyota Prius, I'm a little bit surprised, in a way. Anyhow, that's it for today. You can find a link to this full study in the description below from iSeeCars.com. See you next time. Adios.
Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time.